Good morning, y'all. It's Mikey. Welcome to the farm. The sun is starting to come up, and y'all caught me at my favorite spot first thing in the morning. I get up, got my cup of coffee, and I love to come and sit on the back porch. Look at this view, y'all. Isn't that beautiful? This is my favorite spot, y'all, in the morning. To just wake up, get my coffee, and come out here and sit. Get my mind together, my thoughts together. And think about what I need to do for the day. So, God sure does know how to paint pretty colors, doesn't he? So beautiful. So I'm sure y'all can hear the rooster in the background. He's already telling me it's time to get up. Got one of them that crows, and then the other one crows back. So they go back and forth. It's kind of funny to listen to sometimes in the morning. I love it out here. It's so quiet and peaceful. And it gives you time to get your thoughts on the right things in life, where you wake up and you're not so stressed out and go, 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 go. I mean, working a farm is definitely go, 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 but it's in a different way. In a different way. So, I just wanted to share that with y'all this morning. Just wanted to share this with y'all this morning. So, hear the birds chirping. Why do we worry so much about things? You know, whenever I hear the birds chirping, I think about how, you know, God provides for them. And if he's going to provide for such a small creature, why would he not do the same for us? Even more so for us. We just need to give our thanks and blessings every day to our Lord and Creator. He provided that beautiful sunrise. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. We only have a few hours of darkness. The light overrides the darkness in every situation. So, I got my cup of coffee, and my day begins. And usually I try to do a couple of inside chores before I get out and put my focus and time on taking care of all the livestock and the babies, and, you know, because that takes up a lot of my time. And I want to make sure that I'm giving them the attention that they need to get their bedding cleaned up, their feed, their water. And so anyway, how many moms feel like, or wives, feel like all you do is stay in the laundry room? Like, literally, I feel like I wash clothes almost every single day. And being on a farm and having a husband that works full time, oh, we can dirty up some clothes, y'all. So anyway, I'm going to get the laundry started. And how many of y'all have a pet peeve that the clothes need to be turned the right side, the right way, not wrong side out? I don't know. Sometimes I think the way I was raised has a lot to do with a lot of my OCD and perfectionist. Oh my God. And I am learning that it's okay to not be perfect, and it's okay to make mistakes, and you just learn from them and you let it go. So takes a lot of anxiety off of you when you know you don't have to be perfect at everything. However, I do firmly believe in what my stepdad taught me. If you're going to do something right, if you're going to do something, do it right the first time. So I do take a lot of pride in everything that I do. And I try to give that glory to my Lord and Savior. I want to be working for Him. Y'all see my puppies? Y'all, this is the downstairs bathroom. Isn't that crazy? So we have a window right outside, and the puppies tend to peer in the window. So it's kind of funny whenever you're trying to have your private moment and you got a lot of eyes watching you. So anyway, so I do firmly believe in that. You know, take pride in what you do, no matter what you do. You may like what you do, and you may hate what you do. You know, we all have to have jobs to be able to survive. But, you know, take pride in it and look at it as who you're actually doing it for. So, you know, give that praise to Him. You got a job, He's looking over you. So take pride in everything you do. And if you're going to do a job, do it right the first time. It's so time consuming when you have to go back and constantly, you know, do it again over because it wasn't done right the first time. So anyway, I guess I'm going to finish getting these clothes in the washing machine here, get the rest of my day going. Okay, so like I said, I'm in our downstairs bathroom, and wanted to introduce one of our little, I guess he's our new baby. He came up right around Christmas time. This is why I haven't introduced him yet, but I guess he's here to stay. And anyway, we've taken him in. So we've been feeding him and watering him. And y'all, this is Buddy. When he came up and we took him in and was feeding him and everything, I didn't name him because I didn't know if he was gonna stick around. But anyway, he was I guess my Christmas Eve gift. My cat Tigger passed away in February of last year. So I couldn't bring my heart to replace him, but I guess this guy here decided he was gonna be the replacement, which honestly he's not, can't ever replace something. So hey Buddy. So I just started calling him Buddy, and I guess that's his name now. So he doesn't like to be picked up, but he does like to be rubbed. So anyway, that's our little Buddy. He's our bathroom baby. So these are our new little baby chickens that hatched out. This is the first time that I have ever incubated an egg, and I think we put 12 eggs in, and we've got 8 babies. So not too bad. And I'm going to get their brooder here cleaned out for them today. Some fresh shavings and everything. And as you can see, they get shavings in their water and their food bowl, which they've pretty much emptied that out. So anyway, I'm going to get that cleaned up for them today and make sure they have fresh shavings and a clean area. So I've got several things lined out here just to show you how we care for our new hatchlings. First of all, you want to start new chickens, baby chickens, with a chick starter feed. You can either use the medicated or the non-medicated. The only thing that you want to pay attention to with baby chickens, they need a high protein feed. So as you can see on this, it's a very high protein. They're getting 18% protein. So that's what you want to make sure you're feeding baby chickens. You want to make sure they're getting a high protein feed. And this is their feed. So the probiotic that you see here tells you on the back how much to use per what animal type and the size of the animal or weight of the animal. So I just put maybe a little bit less than a scoop. So this is the probiotic. This is what it looks like. It contains live bacteria that is good for the animals. We usually use it around here if the weather turns really quick, cold. So like you can see here, I just sprinkle it throughout their feed. And just kind of mix it in there a little bit so they can get that. All right, so that's the probiotic. And then I also use apple cider vinegar in their water. So I just pour just about maybe a fourth of a teaspoon into their water, depending on what size water bowl that you use. And that helps their digestive tract and helps to keep them from forming what is called pasty butt. And we'll discuss that more in detail in just a minute. And if you notice, their feed bowls are planter bottoms. And I use those when they're really tiny. They do sell small chicken waters at your local farm supply store or Tractor Supply. You can pick those up. I actually got these from Lowe's, and they're not really that expensive, but I like to use something that I don't have to worry about these babies getting into and drowning. So I make sure that I check their water throughout the day to make sure that they do have their feed and water. Okay, so I was able to round up one of the little chicks, and this one does not have pasty butt. Luckily, I have gotten some chickens before from Tractor Supply that ended up getting pasty butt, but as you can see on the back of the vent area, it's clean. There's no poop. There's no dried poop around the area. But if you do have a chicken that does get pasty butt, you want to tend to that as soon as possible because they can die from it. So what pasty butt is just dried poo around the vent area. And if you do have a chicken that does get pasty butt, you want to just take a warm paper towel or a warm cloth and just rub that area until you get the dried poo off. You don't want to pull it because it'll pull their feathers off and it could injure them around the vent area. So you don't want to pull off that dry poo. You want to just get it off with a warm paper towel. And after you do that, you can take some Vaseline and wipe it around the vent area, and that'll help from that poo sticking to that area. And anyway, so that's how we treat Pasty Bud. Yeah. And luckily, we haven't had a problem with that with these babies. Okay, so I'm going to get these babies out of the big brooder and place them, excuse me, in a smaller container. Sorry about that, y'all. And I'm going to take this outside, get the shavings out, and wash it out really good. Get it dry, and get them some fresh, clean shavings. Come on, baby. And you want to make sure y'all are staying on top of that. You want them to have a nice, dry, clean area so they don't get any kind of disease or anything like that. So make sure that you're cleaning out your chicks brooder or chicken area from pretty regularly. All right, I got the brooder, and gonna just dump their shavings into another container. And what we do with this is take it up to our garden. Chicken poo has a lot of nitrogen in it, so we sprinkle it throughout the garden, let it cool down, so by the time planting season comes around, that'll give nutrients back to the soil that's needed to help our garden grow. So, and I'm gonna get this washed out, get it back inside. So sometimes when you're cleaning out your brooder, you might have a little bit of poo or food stuck to the bottom area. So I just get an old cleaning rag and try to get that scrubbed out real good. You always want your chickens to have a clean area to be in, and make sure that it's dry, and stay on top of it pretty often. So get this finished, get it finished cleaning out. So while I'm out here, I'm gonna go ahead and give my flowers a shot of water, and show y'all what my husband made for me. And get this thing turned around here. Sorry about the camera, y'all. So anyway, we're probably gonna do a couple more videos just to kind of show y'all if you are in an area that you don't have a whole lot of room for a garden area. So you can utilize your spaces by, y'all see I have several planters back there. We've got a couple of blueberry bushes that my husband pulled up, some bushes that were starting to come up around a blueberry bush at my sister-in-law's house. So we're gonna try to get these transplanted down here, see if we can get some more blueberries growing down here, and hopefully, because I love some blueberries, y'all. And right here, as you can see, I have a raised bed. My husband did that for me. I've got some carrots planted in there, and I know they're a little too close together, but planting a carrot seed is a little hard to do to get it spaced out correctly. Pretty small seed, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get all this stuff watered real quick while I'm out here, and finish getting the baby's bed cleaned out and shavings and get them situated. So, but I'll show y'all my little flower area. Some of my flowers are starting to come up, and I love this time of year when things are starting to come into bloom. I need to get in there and get some weeds out, but it's so pretty when everything starts blooming, and especially in there. I've got so much stuff planted in there, I forget what all's in there, and it just starts coming up throughout the year in the summertime and springtime. So I enjoy this area out here, y'all. This is where I sit in the mornings to have my cup of coffee, and that's the view that I was showing y'all this morning. So this whole adventure of farming and raising livestock, it gets you outdoors a lot more, and you forget how enjoyable that is. You know, like I said, you know, before all this, and there's only so much indoor housework you can do, and sometimes you tend to get in a rut, and you start sitting around watching useless TV shows that do absolutely nothing for you, and you start getting depressed, and it works up some anxiety sometimes, you know, because you're not getting out and you're not getting that exercise and the fresh air, and being surrounded by nature that always reminds you of our Creator. And that's always good to have around, you know, just the nature and the quiet and the peacefulness gets you going in the right direction for sure. So I'm gonna finish getting this watered, and get those baby chicks put back up. So whew, y'all, the pollen, y'all see that? It's already started so bad. So I'm gonna get this porch washed off a little bit. As you can see, I got my little fertilizer spreader. Try to get the pasture, one of them, fertilized hopefully today. And we're still got a couple more things to do on the other pasture, the second one, so we can get utilize that as well and rotate back and forth. So we don't want them getting to a point where they're eating everything and have nothing left, and you know, you have to supplement with hay, but you know, that can get expensive too. So, and right here you can see we have our ash bucket from our fireplace. We also utilize the ashes from our fireplace in our garden area, and you can also put it in your chicken coop area whenever they feather bath. Chickens love to feather bath in your old ashes from your fireplace, so y'all just remember that, and you can just dump it in there for them, and that helps to cut down on them getting any type of mites or, you know, anything like that. So anyway, save your fireplace ashes. Use it in your garden or planting areas. And if you have chickens, use it in your chicken coop. Whew, the sun's in my eyes, y'all. Last but not least, out here on this area, got to make sure we feed the fish. All right, so back inside, got the baby chicks back in a nice dry, clean area. And they're enjoying it. And I just wanted to show y'all, you see I didn't cover the entire brooder with shavings. They'll get in there and scratch that around. So, and they'll spread that out, but they get it in their food and water so much. So I try to tend to put my shavings in an area for them to lay. You also see that there is a heat lamp. Baby chickens need that source of heat. So make sure if you are getting baby chickens that they do have a heat lamp. I like this one. It's got a clip on it. And this is just a 100-watt bulb in that, which is perfectly fine for them. You want to make sure that they have a warm area that they can get under and also a cool area. So if they start getting too warm, you want to allow them that room that they can go to a cool area if they need to. So, and you also want to make sure with baby chicks like that, that you are keeping them indoors. You know, we have hawks that fly around and they're hungry too. And we got to protect these little babies from predators as well. So they'll stay inside until they get full feather, big enough to be able to go to a smaller area, coop outside. And we have, protection over the top of their cage because, of course, we do have dogs. And we want to make sure that the dogs aren't going to be able to get in there and harm any of them either. So that's their area for the time being. Okay, y'all, we are going to try to make this as quick as possible. Fixing to feed the puppies, and as soon as I open the door, they're gonna think that it is time to come in. They love coming in and sitting in our den area, spending time with us, watching TV at night when we do get a chance to do so. So I got their food and their water sitting here ready, waiting. So we're gonna do this kind of quick. And they like to give their love and jump and stay. All right, hold on. Whoop, dumping it everywhere. No Rocky. All right, I don't know if y'all could see that or not, but anyway, let me get their bucket of water for them. Stay. Be good babies. Come on. Good job. All right, so we're gonna make sure that their water bucket is full. Sorry, y'all, I had to stop the camera for a second. It was kind of hard to do one-handed pouring a bucket of water and holding the phone at the same time. So anyway, like I was saying, you can see my nice yard area, and y'all haven't met Jace yet. That's Jace. He's been with us for about 10 years, and he is my little buddy. And y'all, he went blind recently, and kind of suddenly. So but he's doing good. Right now he needs a bath and another haircut. So that's our little schnauzer boy. And the babies, hold on, let me switch you around. The babies are enjoying their morning breakfast. Hey, Rocky. Hey, buddy. All right. And like I was saying, as you can see, my yard area in the front is not too pretty anymore. Y'all, this was so pretty. It was so nice and green with some grass and azalea bushes. You can see where they've chewed some of the bark off of the trees. And their doghouse. We've got to finish the siding around the outside of it and do a couple of things. But we did bring some pine straw up here a couple months ago to, and you see where they dig, and try to cut down on some of the dust from the puppies running around and tearing all my grass and bushes up. We put some pine straw out here to just cut down on that. But we're gonna have to get some more and bring some more in. And when we do, I like to spread diatomaceous earth out. That helps prevent fleas and ticks for these babies. And so far, y'all, knock on wood and knock on wood, we have had no problems or issues with these babies having any fleas or ticks. Y'all see where they jump on my house? They like to alert, see or hear anything coming up. So like I said, they're here for a reason. So like I was saying, the puppies, us having so many of them, it was definitely a unexpected thing. We had somebody, their dog had puppies, and they were in a position, unable with school and everything, to tend to mama and make sure babies were okay. So we took them in, and a couple weeks after mama had the pups, her calcium levels started running really low. So we took her to the vet and everything, and we were informed we needed to wean these babies from mama so she could get her calcium levels built back up. So I became mom to these babies. We were able to place 2 of them, and I want to give a shout out to Crystal and Dave. They have what me and Crystal still refer to as our baby boy, Wyatt, and he is in a good home. And y'all, Crystal, Dave, I just want to tell y'all, thank you for providing a good home for my other boy that is now y'all's. So I know he is being well taken care of and loved and in a really, really good home. So I appreciate that from y'all very much, because these became my babies, and I miss my Wyatt so much. But I appreciate it. They still send me pictures and videos and updates of him. So I know that he's in a good home. And anyway, because of the fact that it was so hard, after tending to and caring for these boys and girls since about 3 weeks of age, becoming mom to them, of course, I was trying not to get attached to them. Well, that's kind of hard to do. So when you're caring for something that much. But anyway, it was very hard to let them go. And my husband told me, you know what, we can't do this anymore. We're just going to keep what we got left. So that's how we ended up with so many of them. Jace was our one and only. But anyway, he's been taken over by these other guys. But they're really good with Jace. They look out for him while he's out here, especially with his blindness condition now. So anyway, and like I said, they're good for watching out and protecting us down here and our livestock too. They alert me if they see something come up, a critter or anything that might need some attention. So all right, so I'm back inside. Puppies are fed, water is clean, and they are ready to go. As you can see, I've got some flowers in my window area. Some of my seedlings on my herbs, I was going to try to make an herb garden outside. They're not doing too good. So anyway, we'll probably have to just buy those from actual plants so we can get those done. And you know, right now I still got some dishes in the sink waiting for me. I got dishes to put up from last night. And you know, I was telling y'all, my husband is really good at building things. And we redid our kitchen a couple of years ago. And y'all, I love my kitchen. However, if we ever have to replace our appliances, y'all, we had a brand new microwave. And my husband built the space for it to fit in. Well, we only had it for like a year and a half, if that long, and it decided to conk out. So, like I said, you know, him even trying to build that rototiller, you know, coming in pieces, and you're shipping in a piece of equipment like that, and you're not even providing the proper oil to go into it. Only, you know, one container of oil, but yet you needed a separate oil for your transmission, which sends you to another store to have to go buy that, and another expense after you've already had the expense of, you know, that purchase. But anyway, long story short, the microwave, it conked out. My husband replaced the fuse in it. It blew. So it wasn't anything to do with that. It was the microwave itself. So what I was saying was, if I ever have to replace our appliances, I will never purchase Frigidaire appliances again, ever. They do not make things like they used to. Y'all, our seal in our freezer is, you can see, it's starting to crack. You see that? I mean, really, this isn't like 50-year-old stuff. You know, our grandparents had stuff that lasts a lifetime. And I really do. I think companies now, even like your TVs and stuff like that, you know, your phones, they're trying to make it where, you know, a year or two, you have to go out and repurchase. You know, if they actually made stuff to last, then the company loses money. So, you know, to me, if I was running a company, I would want a good reputation and a good standing that we build quality, long-lasting stuff, you know, like they used to. That's what gives your business a good reputation. I guess that doesn't matter anymore, though. You know, look at the way the world is now and what type of world we're living in. I mean, you can go work at a job now, and it doesn't matter how long you've been with that company. You know, a lot of times people would retire from the same company that they had worked at out of high school. You know, now you can jump around from job to job, and, you know, loyalty to even a company isn't worth anything anymore. Things just are not the same. And, you know, our younger generation laughs at us for our, I guess, old ways of trying to get back to the ways of our grandparents. You know, the way things used to be, our great-grandparents. You know, they just don't have a clue. They really don't have a clue. Everything's always got to be the newest and the most updated, and those things don't last. They don't last. But y'all see my microwave space now. Yeah. So anyway, when we end up getting the money financially, you know, beside or extra, that we can just go out and, you know, we'll just spend a little bit of extra money on a new microwave now. I guess we'll get one. But, you know, for now, that one works. So that's why that looks like that. So anyway, but sorry. Like I said, I love my kitchen. My husband did all the shelving in here. I repainted our cabinets. And he put down the countertops. Y'all, my husband built this island for me. I mean, I don't know if y'all can see it or not. Like, wow. How talented, you know? How talented. And my bench seat. I love my bench seat. My husband built that. He does such a good job. I'm so proud of him. So proud of him. So anyway, let me get going. I still got a couple more things in here to do. Y'all get to meet Snots. I'll explain that one when we go. All right. This is Snots. My husband named her that. A couple weeks ago when we were out to eat, let me get her here. Y'all can see she's in my Christmas room. She gets the Christmas room, y'all. Anyway, I love Christmas. My whole house is decorated every year. Anyway, she came right up to my husband a couple weeks ago when we were out to eat. And poor thing, she got a cold from being outside in the weather. So, and we were in a highly trafficked area. So we brought her home. We're trying to get her nursed back to health. And she's got a little bit of congestion, and a little bit of sneeze. So that's how she ended up with the name that my husband gave her. So anyway, that's Snots. So I just want to take a few minutes. And, you know, I'm sure that we're going to start seeing more and more of abandoned animals. As long as the economy keeps going like it's going, and the cost of, you know, feeding your dogs and your cats and other things continues to rise. It hits the pocket very hard. And so me and my husband are, I guess, what you would call very tender-hearted people when it comes to seeing an animal out like that, especially in the cold. And, you know, little Snots now has a cold. We're trying to nurse her back to health. And Buddy, you know, like I said, came up in the yard, and we took him in and are feeding and watering him and taking care of him. And we're providing a good home for these cats and dogs. And, you know, they're loved and very well taken care of. And we're going to do everything that we can do to make sure that they're properly fed and taken care of. And old Buddy there, you know, I don't want anybody to think I'm just snatching up, you know, somebody's pet that comes up in the yard. He kept coming up to the porch, and we had some dog food out on the porch and noticed he was coming up and eating the dog food. So we took him in, and I did try to let him out several times, put some food and water out here for him. He refuses to come back outside. He darts straight back to the bathroom every time. So we now call him our bathroom cat. So that's his home, and he gets all the attention that he needs, and the love and care that he needs as well. So but anyway, so that's kind of the story on the reason why we have so many dogs, and now we have 2 cats that we've taken in. And you know, y'all just make sure that you are in a place to properly care for an animal before you choose to take it in. And if you have animals, please take them and have them fixed, y'all. You know, you see cats and dogs wandering all the time, and they have to fend for themselves like that, and that's not fair to them. So we need to make sure that we're, you know, getting them the proper care, getting them spayed or neutered, and cut down on some of these animals that are not being able to have a good home.